Hey everyone, Christiana Knight here for Card Player TV, reporting from the Penn and Teller Theater for the World Series of Poker main event final table. The 7th place finisher is the great Phil Ivey. He was all in pre-flop with Ace-King against Darvin Moons Ace-Queen. Darvin hit a queen and Ivey went out. He received $1.4 million for his efforts. Out in 6th place is Stephen Begleiter. He had pocket queens all in preflop, also against Darvin Moons Ace-Queen. An ace came on the river, and Steve Begleiter is out in 6th. We spoke to him just after he was eliminated.
How does it feel?
I'm a little numb, obviously. I mean, I obviously would have liked to have won that pot, but I got a bit of a smile on my face. I mean, what else can I do? I got my money in really good, and I was one card away from being right back in the thick of it. You know, I played some hands well tonight. I played some hands poorly tonight. I had a great time. A lot of fun. I was really once we got back from the dinner break, I was really into this. I really thought that hand was mine. I thought it just wasn't meant to be. But that's the game. Plenty of guys get rivered, and in a way, going out like that to me is actually easier than making some horrendous play and ending up with 3 million chips and having to push with nothing. So that was my fate, and I'm a wealthy man. I got a great family. I had a great experience here. And I'm going to try like heck to get back here again.
What do you think of Moon as the player?
Darvin Moon's a good player. I mean, they're all good players. There are no bad players out there. I mean, he's a very good player. He's figured out how to hold on to most of his chips, and he's got mine now, so he's probably back to where he started. And he's going to be a factor. It's going to be very interesting.
When you look back now on that hand where you made the call with the 8 second pair against the 2 overs and the flush draw, do you consider that a mistake?
I consider a mistake calling the re-raise, and I definitely consider calling a mistake betting the turn. I think while it was a lot of chips, I was getting about 2.4 to 1, and turns out I was like almost an even money favorite. I know it's for a lot of chips, but I had, I mean, you get 2.5 to 1, you're even money favorite. And I played with Antoine. This actually a replay of an earlier hand we had, and I thought he had ace-king or ace-queen again. I didn't realize he had hearts, but if he did, I figured I would still be 50-50. And I mean, if I win that hand, I got 75 million chips. I came to win this thing, and I thought I could build back if it didn't work out. I'm still only one double up away from being back in the tournament. So I feel like I came and I'm not happy with how I played that hand. I just should have folded to his re-raise. But I'm a no-play. I took a shot, and I still had a chance to get back in it. No ace comes there. I might be playing till 4 in the morning.
You've received some criticism after the ESPN coverage from poker fans out there. Do you feel a bit vindicated now after your performance here?
I don't really care how people. I mean, I don't play perfect, but I don't think anybody does. Of course, the 2,000 hands, whatever I played, I'm sure I made some mistakes. I did some good. I mean, I'm very happy with my play.
Stephen, how do you think Ivey played?
What? I'm not going to talk about how he played today.
Stephen, you made a real effort to try to get better over the delay, hiring a coach. How do you rate yourself as a player now as opposed to 3 or 4 months ago? Well,
let me just say something about that. I worked with 2 people, right? And I worked with John Little and Alon Schwartz. And they were both tremendous. John Little in particular, as I spent more time with him, he's 24 years old. He's very mature. He's an excellent teacher. He's an excellent player. He dedicated himself to me. He's the defending champion at the Foxwoods WPT, which is being played today, and he's here sweating me. I don't have enough good things to say, and I would, for the poker world out there, you make the final table, put John Little on your short list of coaches. Alon Schwartz, I didn't get to spend as much time with. His help was indispensable, his final table experience. He's got one of the best poker. He's just so intelligent. He's got such a deep understanding of the game. Getting a chance to study with these 2 guys, I think I'm a lot better. And that re-raise with the 7-8 of clubs is 100% on me. It's not on them. Okay.
What's your poker future?
You got to ask my wife that, Laura. I don't know. I mean, I'll be at the main event. As long as I still got my marbles every year, I hope. Beyond that, I gotta see. I mean, I got a job and a family, and I'll probably play more poker than I have before, but I don't really know.
Now, Steve, you're used to dealing with high finance. You're used to financial swings. You know what it's all about. How does the emotion of sitting there in those lights, hearing the thousands of people screaming, how does that emotional roller coaster compare with what you've done for a living in the past?
Well, I think what I did for the past to help prepare me. I mean, I thought I'd be incredibly nervous today. I really wasn't that nervous. Maybe part of it's the long wait and stuff like that. It just sort of weans out of you. But I speak in front of large groups and I present to CEOs, and it's like I've got enough experience being in big, tight spots this really didn't bother me. I was really not nervous. You know, even if I don't miss by that 7-8 of clubs, and I still probably lose 40 million chips to Darvin with the queens versus ace queen there, you know, and I'm crippled. So I'm not really going to have a lot of regrets. And I'm pleased with the way I handled myself and the way I, you know, made most of my decisions. I don't know. I got a smile on my face.
Are you rooting for any player left?
I'm rooting for them all. The guy I really rooting for, Kevin Chappell, he got knocked out. We're going to have a lot to. You know, we got some good beat stories there, okay? We'll be talking about for a while, okay?
Can you talk about your friendship with Kevin Chappell, how that developed, and I mean,
well, I've talked about it a lot. I just say he's a class act. There's a lot of class acts around that final table, okay? He's just a guy happened to me. We're the same age, and you know, we really hit it off. And he's a class act, and I wish him well. You know, he's a very good player. He's got a much better chance of being back here than I do.
Steve, you're the only one with an additional patch on. How'd that come about?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got a good friend who's been, you know, he was out at day 7 and 8. You saw him on TV, Greg Hammerschlag, and he's been turning over every stone to get me a high-quality second endorsement. And I think we broke a little bit of ground for poker in that regard. And maybe next year you'll see 2 or 3 guys wearing stuff like this.
Was it great to be surrounded by family and friends during this whole experience?
Yeah, I mean, I got all those people over there, and you know.
Where are you off to now?
Where am I off to now?
Drinks or dinner? Or
yeah, I want to go somewhere and cry a little bit, and then you know, go like drink for a long time. See my kids. I really want to see my kids.